South Africa feels like it's in a really tough place at the moment, difficult times. But is it really all that bad as people are saying? Our team at Tomorrow Today has put together a wonderful new presentation called South Africa in the 2020s. We want to help you and your team think about and unlock the true potential of our great country. We do this by looking at South Africa through a number of lenses and then focusing on how we can practically respond to some of the issues.
One of the lenses that we look at is to basically look at South Africa through the global context. I think often as South Africans, when we look at our political situation, or when we think about corruption, or we think of some of the challenges that we face, we are tempted to think that we are unique in the world. And we also tend to over-exaggerate our challenges. But think about it. When you think about our political situation right now, where else would you rather be than South Africa? Would you be in the States? Would you be in Brexit UK? Or would you be in Russia? Or maybe even worse, you might be with the Philippines President Duterte. But yeah, jokes aside, the reality is that when you look at South Africa from a global perspective and a global context, you realize that we don't face challenges that are insurmountable. You even think about corruption. When you think about corruption in terms of where South Africa sits in the world, according to Transparency International, we're sitting at number 73 out of 200 countries. Now, when you look at it that way, then you realize that, hey, in South Africa, at least we know who the corrupt people are. We know where they are. We even go to their shebeens sometimes. But the reality is that it's not as bad as we often think it is.
And so in addition to the global perspective, what we also do in this presentation is we look at the institutions, the systems and structures and pillars of our society, from government and the economics to the media and our courts and civil society. So, for example, on the media side of things, we don't have any journalists in jail. This is a time when there are more journalists in jail than ever before in history around the world, but not here in South Africa. Free press with free and fair elections happening. So there's lots of good systems and structures in place. And then what we also do is we go further to look at some of the problems. We're not saying there are no problems, but we look at some of the problems and their solutions as well.
One of the biggest challenges that we help you to look at in this presentation is that our perception of South Africa is both a challenge and an opportunity. A challenge in that if we keep a negative perception of South Africa, then it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Then if we think that we are corrupt, then we're more likely to give bribes. But if we change our perception to look at South Africa as it is, we are likely to think about solutions and how we can contribute to creating a better South Africa for the future. And so a big part of this presentation is really looking at how do we change our perceptions and how do we play an active role in actually shaping the future of South Africa.
So we've been friends for nearly 20 years, business partners for quite a lot of that time as well. And we're excited about bringing this message to you and your team. We think that South Africa in the 2020s has huge potential just waiting to be unlocked. And we'd love to help you, your team, your organization to work out what that means for you. So we can come, either Buhle or myself as individuals, or if you've got the budget, get us together.
Of course, why not?
Exactly. That'll be a great thing for us to come and bring this message to you, to help you to work through what it means for you and to make sure that South Africa does have a bright future.
I think what's important is to realize that we want to bring an upbeat, positive message that is not hiding the challenges that we face, but it's actually helping to put them in the right context. It's an exciting presentation, it's a positive presentation, and we're so excited to be coming and sharing this with you.